morning. We have just left Frankfurt. We're now in Germany, and today we will arrive in Berlin. We've arrived in Berlin, Hauptbahnhof. Just go into the front of the train and you'll be able to see what it's like there. Now, we were staying in a hotel outside of Hauptbahnhof station called the Intercity Hotel. We were staying there for 2 nights, and after looking around the place, we got sightseeing. Now, Berlin has some buses, a tramway system, and a U-Bahn metro. However, we didn't go on any of those first. Instead, we went on an S-Bahn commuter train that goes around the city, what I call the Berlin Overground, because it runs overground a lot of the time. Also, in case you're wondering why I mentioned that Berlin had buses, we had a ride on one during the stay at Berlin, but that was done on day 22. Anyway, we got off at a station where nearby stood the Berlin Olympic Stadium. That's the 5 Olympic rings there. Next year is going to be a leap year, the year of the Olympics, and next year they will be happening in Tokyo, in Japan. Or at least that's what was said at the time of recording. Obviously with the pandemic, that has not happened this year. Neither has the European Football Championship, which was also meant to happen this year. Both of them are going to happen next year instead. Anyway, we soon got on the metro, which is called the U-Bahn, since that's another name it's referred to in Germany. And we went along the line and got off at Alexanderplatz, where nearby stands the Berliner Fernsehturm. Here is a picture of what it looks like on screen now. I took a few clips from the top of the tower. They will be rolled right now.
Antigamente a cidade também era dividida.
Hier ist der Alexanderplatz. Siehst du doch, guck mal, da unten fährt er zu. Siehst du das? Jetzt ist er weg. Und das ist der Platz, wo die Straßenbahn steht.
Once that was done, we went off to find something that is
Probably one of the largest model railways in the world.
but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you as we didn't manage to find it. That's because we were reading some sort of poster that was from around 2 years ago at the time of recording, which was advertising it, but we had discovered that it had moved somewhere else, and it also left me wondering why the poster from 2 years ago was still there. Well, all I need to say is,
For crying out loud, Berlin, change your signs.
I meant posters, but yeah, change them sooner rather than later. Yeah, he does have a good point there. Well, thank you for agreeing with me, my voiceover guy. Anyway, we soon caught the U-Bahn to a place where the Berlin Wall used to stand. Now, I will be making a bonus video about the Berlin Wall, which will be the last one of the European trip, and a lot of information will be found on there, along with showing you where the wall used to stand. However, I am going to share with you these facts. After World War II, Germany was divided into Soviet, American, French and British zones of occupation. The city of Berlin, which was in the Soviet zone, was also split into West Berlin and East Berlin. East Berlin was the side under communism, while West Berlin was the side not under communism. Now, people who did not want to be under communism had to leave East Berlin. However, in 1961, the government decided to stop people leaving East Berlin by travelling to West Berlin. They decided to build a wall which was initially made from barbed wire. There was not much warning about it, and it was constructed so quickly that most people didn't manage to escape. The wire was soon replaced by a 96-mile-long and 6-foot-high wall with concrete blocks and watchtowers. Many Berlin residents found themselves cut off from friends or family members in the other half of the city. The wall was built on 13th of August 1961 and was demolished completely in November 1991 to make way for German reunification, which formally took place on 3rd of October 1990. Also, I'll show you pictures of some things that were happening around the time of the Berlin Wall. Soon, we did a bit more exploring around other parts of the city.
This is probably the most historical part of Berlin, because around the corner there's a building, it's a green dome, and that's called the Berlin Dome.
And here is a picture of what it looks like. Next, I filmed some musical boats passing by. It was dark by then.
We are going to catch an M5 tram back to Hauptbahnhof.
But first, I did a bit of tram spotting.
Para agarrar las distintas vías, deben tener adentro.
After getting off the tram, we headed back to the hotel for the night. However, I decided to record the outro to the video outside.
Tomorrow, we've got an entire day of exploring Berlin. Let's turn the light on in case you couldn't see me.
And I know that tomorrow will be just as good, if not better, than today.
But
Now,
I shall say,
gute Nacht.
enjoy the rest of your day.